obviously. So, hey, this is Patty with UP Hypnosis Institute, and I've got a couple of students here that just went through their first day of NLP training. This is only a 2-day training, so it's not a practitioner training, but it is a pretty comprehensive, all-inclusive, a lot of the basics of NLP that we covered already yesterday, and we're just getting ready to start the second day. So I'm here with Sarah, and I'm here with Patty, and I'm Patty as well, so y'all know me. Yeah. And I'm just going to ask them to, because they were pretty excited when they left last night after the first day, and just kind of tell me what's going on and what it's been like for you so far. You want to start, Patty?
Yeah, it's completely different than what I imagined. So what you read, I really, when I first came in here, I thought it was strictly NLP because of what I had read online, and then talking to you and talking to Sarah, realized that there is the whole hypnosis side of it, which I thought that was like really interesting. So I have a lot more homework to do and to learn a lot more, but
so if it's more than what you expected, that's a good thing to me.
A lot more than what I expected, and just doing some of the exercises that you could see how things can just like switch in a second, and how your perception of things can just change. It was really amazing for me.
I love that. And I hope the microphone is picking this up. I haven't used it before. Sarah?
I would definitely say the exercises were great yesterday, especially the circle exercise where you really got to figure out that, you have the power to really change your feelings and change your emotions and for the better, and that you've always had that inside of you. So I felt like that was really powerful.
You were really pumped after. Yeah. The circle of excellence is what we were doing.
So excited. I used it last night.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I did. It was great.
And again, it's just within a very brief amount of time, right? That's a very pretty quick exercise. And all of a sudden you've accessed all of these attributes that you have inside of you, these resources. And I could tell you were both just so pumped up by the end of that. It was really fun. It was fun to watch. Yeah. And the more you do it, the more your mind and body record your ability to do that quickly, and that will wipe away some of the maybe misconceptions or maybe the doubts that it's even possible for you to get that pumped up that quickly. To get that filled with power, with confidence and all of that. So when you practice it, and I'm glad you already did it again last night, the more you do it, the more your mind will get to where and I mean this seriously, it really works. Because I used to do this when I was on stage before I became a hypnotist or an NLP practitioner, but I was studying this. And before I would go on stage, I would use an anchor, and it would instantly just obliterate any doubts, any of those, things going on in your head where you're maybe interfering or sabotaging yourself about something. And it can get that fast. You can train it so very quickly to where you can just hit your anchor, and that circle of excellence is right there. Because it's always right there. Yeah. It's a matter of kind of convincing yourself and trusting it, and then allowing it to just show up.
It's almost like an instant reboot, right?
Instant reboot.
Yeah. That's
what
I felt like yesterday.
I love that. I'm going to use that.
Last night I was like, okay, this is an instant reboot. That's what it is.
Nice. And like you said, it can be instant. And that's what's powerful. When you really realize, I have the ability to create this in an instant. So when you're in a situation that you find yourself disempowered, not on your best game, however you want to think of that you literally can do an instant reboot. And once you believe it, it even works better. Once you know that it can happen, your mind goes, oh, good, you like that? Watch this. And it'll even get more powerful. So I love that instant reboot. Yeah. Anything else about yesterday that was fun?
This is a lot. Oh, I love the exercise that we did about the eye movement.
Yeah.
And now I'm just like looking at everybody and seeing, okay, you're so much aware, and even myself, like the mannerisms that I use when I speak. I'm seeing if I'm looking this way or if I'm looking that way, or if I have like a tell, like we talked about the whole poker face yesterday. Yeah, that was so much fun.
That was fun. I like that too. Yeah, especially learning to kind of just trust your gut and your intuition too, and it kind of just started to to work better
Yeah.
because of that. So
And I'm glad you both said that, because that exercise can be misconstrued as just, oh, I'm just watching eye movement. It's not. That exercise is for you to develop what we call sensory acuity. And that's what you're both expressing now very nicely, that you started to notice that what it was doing was making you more, have more awareness,
Yeah.
more ability to pick up on little things, not just the eyes.
Yeah.
But that's that sense again of being in that open frame. And all of a sudden you're developing. That's what that exercise is for you to develop sensory acuity. And it makes you curious, doesn't
Yeah.
it? And you start thinking about it, and that accelerates the learning as
Yeah,
well.
and I like that. And like you said, instead of just focusing on this, you focus on this, and you're able to see a lot more.
Yes. And if you ever speak in front of a group, that's a great place. That's doing presentations, because you can pick up on little nuances in the entire group, and you'll get the energy shifting. And it will tell you, go here, go there a little bit, pick it up a little bit, slow it down a little bit. You'll just get a sense. And again, it'll come from that unconscious. That's what that does. That's why they call it the learning state, because it opens up the channel to the creative unconscious that can be aware of all of that. And it can give you ideas based on things that you maybe didn't pick up on a conscious level. It just gives you a whole lot more available. So
Yeah.
bravo, you both
I
did
can't
great
wait for today.
yesterday.
I know. I can't wait for
You got
today.
excited, and that made me
We're
excited.
excited.
This is why I do this. And I want people to realize that everybody has these skills,
Mhm.
everybody. And that's when we went through all the presuppositions of NLP. That's what that's about. Everybody has the resources they need. Now obviously in the real world, there's always gonna be anecdotal exceptions to everything. If somebody has brain damage and they're, on life support, obviously they're not gonna be able to do these kind of things. There's extreme examples in anything, but anyone with a normal consciousness and a will to do something to make their life experience better can learn these skills and can adapt them into their life or their profession or their whatever it is they want to use it for, or become a certified NLP practitioner, which would be nice. This is a
Yes.
2-day training. I pack a lot into it. And yet the certification training, is kind of the next step for people who want to learn that. And there's a lot of great trainers out there. You can contact me. There'll be a thing at the end of this, contact me. And I do training, but I also know a lot of great trainers around the country and even in other countries. So I can hook you up with some good organizations if you're interested. So thank you very much, Patty and Sarah,
Thank you.
my star students for
Thank you,
October.
Patty.